Welcome once again to Lehto's Law. Here's Steve Lehto.
Here's a topic I've wanted to talk about for a while, just haven't gotten around to it, but it's not going to be a terribly long video, but it's an extremely important thing you should be aware of. Anytime you buy a big ticket item, be it a car, truck, boat, RV, ATV, motorcycle, personal watercraft, or otherwise, anytime you go to a dealership to buy something like that that's new or used, you know as well as I do, they're going to try to load you up with other stuff, okay? So you buy the vehicle and they say, oh, by the way, do you want to buy the service contract? Do you want to buy the extended warranty? Do you want to buy gap insurance? And there's a bunch of these things, these products that they'll try to sell you along with the thing you're buying. Now, I've discussed before that I think, for instance, gap insurance, you can probably get it cheaper someplace else. That's a debate for another day and another video. But the bigger issue is the pocketed premium scam. And I've encountered this before. I've dealt with clients who had it happen to them. And I've actually done quite a bit of research on this. And this is something that I'm not saying every dealership does it. And in fact, it might just be a handful of dealerships in any area that do it. But the fact of the matter is that it's one of these scams that if they do it to you, you won't know about it possibly until it's too late, or you might never find out about it unless you actually do some research. But here's how the scam works. You go to a dealership, you're buying a car, they go, do you want to buy an extended service contract on that, extended warranty on that, or whatever? And you say, tell me about it. And they say, well, we got this one here. It's from Bob's Warranty Shack out of Texas. And for a couple $1,000s, you get this coverage that's going to, give you coverage in a vehicle that otherwise might not have coverage at all. Or if the coverage in the vehicle is about to run out, this will pick up there and it'll go from there. And you say, sure, I'll do that. How much is it? And they go, a couple $1,000s. You say, great. Number one, you can negotiate all this stuff. You should negotiate that too. But let's assume for a moment that you're just throwing caution to the wind and you're paying full price for everything that they offer you. You hand them a couple $1,000s and they have you fill out this application that looks kind of like a job application or a purchase agreement. You're not quite sure which it is, but you fill this application out, describes the make, model of car, blah, 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 blah. You hand them the money and they hand you this piece of paper and you walk out the door. Now, you get in your car and you drive home. So you know you got the car, right? Like you get the car that you paid for, so you got that product. But all you've got to show for the extended service contract or extended service warranty, whatever you call it, is a piece of paper. Okay? Now, you don't know whether or not you actually have that product. You have a piece of paper. And the common scam is there are dealerships out there where they have a stack of these applications. And the company that is supposed to be backing these warranties gives them a stack of applications and says, you can sell this warranty for any price over, and there's a base price, which is actually the wholesale price of that product. Let's say the wholesale price of the product is $1,000. You can sell it for any price above $1,000 and just send us the application with the $1,000, and then we will protect that vehicle as promised in the contract. Some dealerships out there will say, hey, you know something? If we sell the contract for $2,000, we could send $1,000 back to the company and get the $1,000 ourselves, or we could just keep the $2,000. And if this person never makes a claim, we just doubled our profits. And if the person makes a claim, what you do is you tell the person, by the way, if you need to make a claim on this contract, contact us first and we'll smooth things over with the company. So when the person calls and says, hey, my car broke down, what do I do? You say, oh, bring the car to the dealership. And then they very quickly will submit the insurance contracts to the company and say they forgot to send it in back then. Now, you immediately see the problem with this because, first of all, the extended service contract company can deny your claim because of the fact that there's some fraudulent activity going on with the application process. They don't have to protect you for a contingency that happened without them ever knowing the contract existed. That doesn't make any sense. Now, yes, the dealership might be on the hook for this, but you don't want to get in this situation in the first place. Okay? So you file the claim, and if you didn't do it through the dealership, when you call the insurance company or the service contract company and say, I've got a contract with you, they're going to go, what's your policy number? And you read the policy number, they go, you're not in our system. You're not in our system. Now, you're going to get mad at them, but it's not their fault. The dealership never sent your application in to the insurance company or the whoever it is, the contract company. And this happens a lot. And I know for a fact I dealt with situations before where I became aware of dealerships that did this on large scales. And what they would do is they would sell these contracts in huge numbers, pocket all the money, and tell the people, if you have a problem, don't contact the insurance company, contact us. because we deal with them on such a large number of cases that we can make this thing happen faster if you go through us. So somebody then brings a car back and goes, hey, my engine blew up. And they say, oh, okay, well, we're an authorized repair facility. Leave it here. What they then very quickly do is they go back and they dig through all the old contracts that were never sent in, and they find the one that matches your car. And they send it in with the premium really, really quickly and hope that the people at the other end don't go, wait a second. This car has an engine explode a couple days after we got the contract sent to us. And most insurance companies and warranty companies like this that do their homework are going to very quickly go, oh, send us a copy of the purchase agreement just to cover our bases. And now if the dealership wants to get all indignant, like, how dare you accuse us of some kind of untoward activity? The insurance company's going to go, well, no, we have a right to see that because it says right on here that, along with the application, you send us a copy of the purchase agreement. And the purchase agreement, because that was filed with the state's got a date on it. And I've heard of dealerships that have fudged that also, but be that as it may, they will then often say, oh, we have the right to deny this claim because the policy was paid for back in January and the claim was made in June and the application for the insurance or service contract or whatever was also filed in June. It should have been filed back in January because our contracts are sold with the car, not sold after the fact, because obviously if anybody could go in and buy a contract on a vehicle with an already blown engine, they do that all day long, but the insurance company would go out of business. The warranty company would go out of business. I mean, how can they make money doing that? So I've heard of this happening with gap insurance. I've heard it happening with extended service contracts or extended warranties. And it's, like I said, a very common problem because the dealership is selling you a car that you get to take home with you. But they are selling a product to you, the contract, the service contract, the warranty, or the gap insurance, on behalf of somebody else, okay? And when they sell you that product, you're hoping that they took the premium and sent it with the application or the contract or whatever back to the company that's actually the one backing that product, okay? And most people have no idea whether or not this ever happened. They're taking it all on faith. And again, a majority of dealerships out there might be doing it correctly. They might be. I don't know. I've never seen statistics on this. But I know for a fact there have been dealerships that have been busted doing this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times before they got stopped. And because they just do the math on it. They go, okay, let's see, 100 people come in by extended service contracts. Of those 100 people, only 5 or 10 of them will make a claim. So we pocket the premiums on the other 90 or 95. It's a ton of money for us. And the 5 or 10 people who do make claims hopefully will come to us, and hopefully we can get the insurance company or warranty company to step in and take care of this. And if they don't, maybe we'll eat it. Who knows? Or maybe we'll blame it on them. Who knows? Litigation's expensive. So these situations do arise. Now you might say, Steve, so I just bought a brand new car yesterday, and I bought a third-party warranty for it, which is crazy. Or I bought a used car yesterday, and they sold me an extended service contract from Bob's Warranty Shack of Texas. I hope there's no company called Bob's Warranty Shack of Texas. But it's one of my favorite things along with Donkey Gymnastics, which I should trademark. But the point of this is that if you've got this product that you think you bought, service contract, warranty, gap insurance, whatever it may be, there will be an information number on this form that's folded up and stuck in your glove box that you haven't thought of looking at, and you probably wouldn't look at if you didn't see this video. You need to go pull that document out and take a look at it and ask yourself, do I care if this is real or not? And if you care if it's real or not, you might want to call the phone number at the top and say, I'm just curious. I bought this product and all I got is this piece of paper and I kissed my money goodbye at the dealership, hopefully sometime in the past, but and you want to know, is it valid? And if they say, oh, what's the policy number? And you'll hear them clicking on the keys and they'll say, yeah, it's valid. Or they'll say, no, it's not. What are you talking about? I've known people who did this. And they called, and the place says, we never heard of you. And you say, well, I've got the policy right here. And they go, yeah, but that's not in our system. And what they're telling you is, it was never submitted to us. The premium was pocketed by the person you gave it to. Whether the dealership or the salesperson, I don't know. I've never worked at a car dealership. I can only observe the box from the outside and tell you what I see and what I know. But I know that this happens. So you go into a dealership and you buy car, truck, motorcycle, RV, boat, personal watercraft, ATV, whatever it is, UTV, whatever it is. You buy one of these things, and then they sell you along with that a promise of some sort that's memorialized by a piece of paper, and they say, yeah, you gave us this money, now you've got this coverage as described on this piece of paper. If you never make a claim, you will never know if that piece of paper actually backs something or not. It might not matter. You buy gap insurance, you never make a claim. You might say, Steve, I don't make a claim. Why would I care? Because you paid the premium. And what if the premium was pocketed by the salesperson or pocketed by the dealership? Okay? So I would suggest, if you're a paranoid person like me, especially after watching my videos, you might want to actually go, did I buy something along with my vehicle last time? Something kind of product, contract, service, warranty, extended thingy, gap insurance? Go pull it out, see what it says, and see if there's a number on there. And call and ask them and say, by the way, is this a valid number? Is this actually a valid policy? If they say, yes, it is, go, good. Now that's, peace of mind. You know something? Cost of one phone call these days probably doesn't cost you anything except the time. But if you call them and they go, no, you're not in our system. Now look at the bottom of the contract and see how much it cost you. And ask yourself, are you happy knowing you just handed $595 to somebody who pocketed it and lied to you about selling you a extended service contract, warranty, gap thingy? Okay? So I can tell you right now, I've talked to people who filed the claim finding out they had no insurance, filed the claim finding out they had no service contract, or made the phone call for something and found out they weren't in the system and they couldn't get what they were promised, but meanwhile somebody else has their money. So that's the problem. So that is the pocketed premium scam. I can't give you statistics on how common it is, but I can tell you that I've encountered it many, many times. Talked to people who've seen it. I've talked to people in the business who dealt with other businesses that were doing it and could prove it. And so it is out there. So if you, like I said, want to follow up on your purchases, you might want to check that one too. The pocketed premium scam. Questions or comments, put them below. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Lehto's Law.